Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning into my speaker blog today. If you're watching this anywhere other than tophermorrison.com, well, we're glad to have you, but you're missing out on a lot of great content, so you might want to head over to tophermorrison.com, subscribe to my speaker blog, you'll get updates on every time I make a post. It's got a lot of great information on there, webinars, whole bunch of stuff. Check it out. Anyway, today's question comes from a gentleman who sent me an email, not a posting, and anytime somebody sends me an email, I generally will assume that they'd rather not me mention their name, so it's private. Guess I should turn off my phone, huh? Anyway, but the question is, let me just kind of read it to you here. Where'd it go? Here we are. It says, I'm starting out in the game of amateur speaking, leading to professional speaking on stage, and selling/closing from the floor. I feel doing professional speakers course is something definitely to participate in, but where do I start to get there? I want to explore ways of doing that myself. First, that is speaking to as many people as I can, generally, and being a speaker with them, using a telesales job, speaking gigs, like comedy, comparing and hosting, radio broadcasting, coaching clients, and then finally conducting small sessions/seminars in my plan. What do you think? Can you give me some feedback on this? Ideas, thoughts, opinions, suggestions, guidance, please, Topher. All right, well, my friend, you have some wide ambitions there, which is great. You know what? I think everything that you've said there sounds good. The question is, how do you do that and how do you lay that out? I was a little confused on your question because I don't know if you're saying that you want to go out and do all of that stuff and then get trained in professional speaking. I think that's a bad idea. I think you need to get trained in speaking before you go out and do all these. And here's why. You're going to have a real hard time getting on anybody's stage if you just call up and say, hey, I'd like to get up on your stage and do some speaking. I'm trying to get new in the business. That's never, ever going to work for you. And if it is, the audience is going to be real desperate for it's never going to work for you. It's not going to be a good thing. So you need to get the training in how to do that. And it's good that you want to get the training too, because there's so many people out there that don't think they need to be trained as a professional speaker simply because they've been speaking their whole life, which is an asinine way to think, by the way. It's about as much sense as thinking, hey, I'm going to go over to the Olympics and I'm going to join track and field because, I've been running ever since I was a little kid. Since I was like this big, I've been running. So what do I need to be trained on how to run for professionally? Same kind of a thing. There's just so many different nuances and so many little subtleties in there that you want to make sure you get trained in the right way. So first thing I do is I focus on getting some training. Now then it's really a matter of budgets and time. So, you know what, if you have to start off with something small, obviously I'm biased. I think my Bulletproof Speaker Training is a great program for people who want to make a real mild investment to see if it's something that they enjoy and they want to get some good skills out of that. A great place to start, I always tell people, is Toastmasters, but Toastmasters by no means will prepare you as a professional speaker, which really pisses off the Toastmasters people when I say that. But the fact is, Toastmasters themselves, they don't claim to create professional speakers. It's about helping you to overcome your fear of speaking and clean up some of your bad habits, like all my ums and ahs. If I went there, they'd help me clean that stuff up. The interesting thing is, as a professional speaker, nobody really cares about the ums and the ahs. In fact, we actually insert them in the presentations to make us sound realistic and normal. So the thing I'd say for you is, like looking at all those lists that you want to do, that's great, but you've got to, number one, you've got to have a message which is unique. So ask yourself this question: what do I have in my life experience that's worth talking about, but maybe even is more important, is worth listening about, right? We all think we got things that are worth talking about, but is it really worth listening to? So come up with something, a message that's unique and that solves a problem for somebody. If your talk is just about motivating people to be happy, I got news for you, that's a dying industry. It really is. Nowadays, people want speakers that solve problems. So find a problem that you can solve, make sure it's a specific solution to a specific problem, and then go and get trained on how to communicate that message the most effectively, and then you're on a very long and windy path which has great rewards along the way and allows you to have a pretty cool life. So I do recommend you do it. Don't give up on it. Stay persistent. It's a very competitive world, but the rewards are definitely worth it. So I hope that kind of answers your question. If you're wondering, I mentioned the Bulletproof Speaker Training. You can go to bulletproofspeaking.com. You can download a free ebook there on professional speaking. And I would imagine you probably have already done that, the gentleman who sent me the email. You can also, if you want to, when you sign up for that, I'm going to have to get going now, you can also sign up for the actual full membership, which is only $47 a month. So check that out as well, all right? Hey guys, thanks so much. I got to grab this phone. Business is calling. Take care. Dare to dream and make each day an epic adventure. Bye for now.